Welcome to my creation station. My name is Marla, and if you love crafting, then I love you. Craftiness is next to godliness. Or is it cleanliness is next to godliness? Either way, I've got it covered today as I transform my craft room before Christmas and after Christmas, mess and all. Today's video is part of a craft organization challenge hosted by Teresa at Teresa B DIY and co-hosted by Tammy at Happiness Created. I'll have their channels listed in the description box below. Teresa does crafting, decor, and hauls. Tammy loves crafting with thrift store finds, yard sale, and craft store items. Here's a video of the before look at my craft room. This is after I got my new craft table, but before I actually got everything cleaned up. It's quite the hot mess. Here's the beginning of me sorting out some of my wood items. Still quite the mess, but at least it's making progress. I've tried all sorts of ways to store my stickers, and I finally decided on using a binder system. So here I'm sorting them out and putting them into binders. These are smaller items that I have stored in baby food jars and yogurt jars. You can actually purchase the lids for the yogurt jars online. This table at our local Goodwill for $35 and knew it would be perfect to use in my craft room. Stay tuned for the final reveal at the end of the show. It has lots of cubby holes around the edge as well as different portals for electrical cords, and the top also lifts off. You've seen the mess, so now let's see what it looks like all cleaned up. I'll give you a more in-depth tour of each section in my room. This is the first wall on the right when you walk into the craft room. I have a bulletin board and some plastic shelves where I have different things stored. This is Sweet Georgia. Stay tuned at the end and you'll see all my other pets. Here's my sticker binders. I have them located on 2 shelves, as well as some scrapbook paper and my sewing machine. This is the craft closet on the right, also when you walk into the craft room. This is a multi-purpose closet. It actually holds things that are important that don't have anything to do with crafting, as well as plenty of other craft supplies. This holds all of my sewing things. Over here I have different things stored in the card catalog and the bins. At the top here, I have seasonal crafting items stored in these bins. I used over-the-door hangers and S-hooks from Dollar Tree to hang my wreath forms on the closet rod. The card catalog holds smaller items. And the bins below hold tier tray items as well as odds and ends divided into categories. Most of the things in the closet are things that I don't need access to immediately or that I don't use very often. It's actually more organized than it appears. I've struggled with how to store my florals, but this seems to be working well. This is a cart I got from Dollar Tree many years ago that I had in my classroom when I was teaching. I used some Dollar Tree bins and flipped them upside down on each of the levels and stuck the florals down into those bins. Section 2 in my craft room is the wall straight ahead when you walk through the door. It's the biggest wall in the craft room. I have my Silhouette Cameo on top of some plastic drawers that hold my Cricut Joy items in the top drawer, some transfer tape in the second drawer, paper cutters and various other things in the third drawer, and then ribbon in the fourth and fifth drawers. One of my favorite parts about my craft room is the pegboard that my husband built for me. I made this Lazy Susan using Dollar Tree cake plates, and the other Lazy Susan is supposed to hold makeup, but it works great for my smaller paints. Was purchased from Organized Living years ago. It holds Dollar Tree bins so that I can put my yarn and various other things in these bins. I do have one cubby hole there that I have all of my vinyl stored in. These are nameplates from Dollar Tree in the school section that I've used to hold cards for my labels on my bins. Section 3 is the wall to the left when you come into the craft room. I have some Dollar Tree plate holders that I've stored rolls of vinyl in, and I still have a section here where I can add more. Larger wood items and signs that I plan to do something with are in the milk crate. Just a reminder to watch to the end so you can see what all this craft table actually holds. This china cabinet is now my craft cabinet. It's absolutely huge and holds all kinds of things. It's beautiful, but I do hope to paint it at some point. I like having some open bins and some that have lids. These colored boxes I ordered from somewhere years ago. This little organizer was found at Target Dollar Spot, and then I have just different jars that I've collected. I like the ones that have black lids the most. Colored open bins were purchased at Hobby Lobby, as well as these that have the little snap top. I'll give you a look at those in just a minute. The pink heart bins are from Dollar Tree that I found recently with the Valentine things. The bottom shelf in my craft cabinet holds all of my paints. I've tried different ways to organize my paints, and there's quite a few of them, and this seems to work the best for me. These little bins were found at Hobby Lobby for $7.99, well worth every penny. The top tray lifts out, and then there are lots of little cubby holes down inside. stay flat, like larger pieces of paper, larger stickers, even some of the wallpaper from Dollar Tree. The shelves below the china cabinet hold jewelry making items as well as different wood pieces, floral foam, floral moss, things like that. These additional drawers hold plastic bags that I use to organize things. These plastic bags right here you can get at Dollar General. I highly recommend them. And then there are some paints that I don't use very often. The fourth section in my craft room is actually my music station. So I have my piano here as well as Mr. Beethoven there. He's so cool. The background is actually in music. Now for that amazing craft table that I found at Goodwill. My glue gun and my heat gun stay at the ready in this little section. These little Dollar Tree bins fit perfectly, 3 in a row in the sides. I have craft sticks in one, sponge brushes in another, and paint brushes in the third one. In the other side, I have a bin with twine, one with glue sticks and different glues, and just various tools. You may have noticed the top of this table lifts off, so it's great for inner storage of all those things you want to hide. These are extra items and things that I don't need quite as often, so they hide away perfectly here, and we all need that junk drawer, right? I made curtains for around 3 sides of the table and left one side open so that I can easily hide things underneath there. My trash can is under there, thrift items are under there, as well as a stool. At the end of the craft table, my husband added some curtain rod brackets and a dowel rod so that I could put craft paper over the top. That way I can pull it across the top when I'm painting and not get anything messy. Again, here's a look at the entire craft room after it's been cleaned up. I do plan to pare down a bit in 2022 and start using the things I have rather than buying more. All of our animals love the craft room. Georgia is by my side every day when I'm in the craft room. And Stormy the kitty loves this little spot under the craft table. Lila even came in for a visit. And Paris made a surprise showing today. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope this helps inspire you to clean up your craft area or get a little bit more organized in 2022. Which of these ideas was your favorite? Was it the vinyl storage, the pegboard, floral storage, or that amazing craft table? I definitely have to say the craft table is my favorite. Thanks again to Teresa and Tammy for hosting this challenge. Be sure and check out their links in the description box as well as the playlist link. Until next time, I wish you peace, health, and sunshine. Bye now.